Hello everyone, Warren here again with the Peach State Prime channel. And today, as you can tell, we're in the outdoors. We're actually at Lake Allatoona in, I guess technically we're in Woodstock, Georgia. And, camping out here for the weekend with the, technically I'm with the, our scout troop this week, or weekend rather. And we're at a local scout camp. It's the Allatoona Aquatics Base for those in the scouting lexicon there. But there's tons of different camping campgrounds. Yeah, that was great. But camping opportunities is what I was really going to say. In and around the Lake Allatoona area. So, the foliage and everything will look kind of similar. And, of course, some of the views of the lake. So, figured I'd, show it off while I'm here. And, again, even if you're not a scout, Lake Allatoona is a beautiful place to visit. Again, like I said, there's tons of different fishing areas, day use areas, campgrounds. So, hope you'll stick around and see what all Lake Allatoona has to offer. And this particular campground that we're at is actually on a peninsula. So we're actually surrounded by Lake Allatoona. And kind of down away from our campsite here. And you can see there's a sign, danger or caution, cliff ahead. So we're not going to go off the cliff, but you can kind of see this, at least we're going to try not to go off the cliff. You see we got some birds flying around there. Of course, now they left. But, you have this nice view of the lake. And we'll get some other views later as well. But, tons of great fishing opportunities here. I know there's some areas that have beaches off of Lake Allatoona. So when it's warmer, you can go swimming. It is April, about what, mid-April, mid to late April now. So, not quite warm enough, though. It is supposed to get up to the upper 80s today. And then, of course, you have plenty of boating opportunities. Actually, I'm surprised there's no boats out on the lake right now because we heard them at 11 o'clock last night even. So, we'll see. But we'll get down closer to the water here in just a bit. But you can see there's actually a kind of a fishing area over here. Just making sure we don't fall off any cliffs or roll down any hills here. So yeah, that's not a bad little fishing spot over there. And what's interesting, in one of the fishing areas around here, they actually have a project where they drown, I say drown, but they actually submerge, that's a better word, live Christmas trees when people are done with them. And it's to help with, the erosion. It kind of makes a, kind of a little reef almost. And that's over in one of the other areas. And we'll see. I don't know if we'll be down there or not, but it's an interesting conservation project they do around here. You can see lots of nice wide open spaces here for camping. And then this tent hiding behind a tree here, which I wasn't paying attention when I set up my tent, but this one's mine. And, there's lots of good tent companies out there, but I find Coleman usually makes a pretty good product. And, I like tents I can stand up in. And this is technically, I believe, the Flatwoods 2 6-person. I like my extra room in there. Obviously, I'm a bigger guy. And I'll show you my setup in there, too. All right, and this is my inside of my tent. I like to camp in style. I got Ryobi fan, Ryobi lantern, and this is a Teton XXL Cot with their pad under here. The sheet just kind of helps, I mean, when it's warmer, of course, but it also helps with the upkeep of the pad underneath, and helps hold it on a little bit more. My pillow, and like I said, I can stand up in here, which is nice. And you know, got some empty space here, but you know, it does the job, and it's nice and mesh all around. You know, you can tell with the rain fly, so you know, nice and cool. You know, again, I like my fan, but you know, this is a nice tent for when I'm camping myself, and it being bigger. I mean, tents are always rated at least 2 people higher than you should really fit in there comfortably. But you know, this being a 6-person, you know, I have this oversized cot, so it does the job. I could get another regular sized cot in here, but you know, a little cramped. We have this beach that's like all this dead wood here. I don't know if it was dumped here or just all washed up here. But you know, this is one of the fishing areas. And it's kind of weird. It's like all crunching like beneath your feet. Still didn't fall. Okay, gonna try not to break my neck here. It's another stick. Thought there was a snake there. Okay. Grab on to this branch. Whew. Okay. Gotta step down here. Okay. Now we're in another area that's a bit better than, you know, the giant wood pile over there. You can see some boats out there. But, you know, you can see across the way over there. A lot of the other areas around Lake Allatoona maybe have better, what I'll call beach access. I mean, you do have one down here. It's just there's a lot of foliage in between us and that. But, you know, it's still a nice place to go camping, you know, anywhere along Lake Allatoona, not just the, you know, Scouting America Aquatics Base that we're at here. See some of the water down there.
Gotcha. It doesn't have no gills.
Anywhere,
Anywhere except the tip of that bar.
Yeah, just the
Don't
top.
go like this.
The top. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you can pat it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, kind of slimy, ain't it?
The purring?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever had it.
Finally made it down to the water.
Feed more line out, Warren. Feed more line out. Yeah, let drop a little bit. Catfish love them worms. You want to go dig up some worms?
So Warren, that's tangled.
Yes.
The joy of fishing. Oh, we got more boats out there. It's like somebody just wiped out there.
Go one more time. Hold on. Well, you lost.
You want a cast? Oh, that was pretty good. I went out there pretty far right there.
That's the orange and green bobber.
Uh-huh.
Are you filming?
I mean, orange. Well, yeah, I guess it's like neon yellow or neon green. Why are you reeling it back in already?
I don't know.
Should let it sit there, see if you catch anything.
Here's
Like that catfish we saw.
I like fishing, but I don't like getting fish.
Oh.
Oh, that was horrible. Okay, you may begin.
Yeah, I know this looks kind of creepy, doesn't it? All right, so I know this looks kind of weird and is a little bit of a different outro than I normally do for my videos, and this is a very different video to begin with. Anyways, so we've had a fun day camping here at at the Allatoona Aquatics Base, more specifically off of Lake Allatoona here in Woodstock, Georgia. Had a fun day. The kids played capture the flag, did some fishing. We had a campfire, and of course cooked all of our meals out. Weather was beautiful, and really just, wanted to do a short little video showing what it's like when we go camping. Again, didn't really show a lot of the scouts themselves outside of my own kids. Just, out of respect for their privacy and, of course, being an adult leader with the scouts following those policies. But, what I hope this kind of inspires you is, one, I hope it entertains you. And then two, hope it kind of, maybe intrigues you to try camping sometime. And if you're into Woodstock, Georgia area or some of the surrounding towns, maybe off of Lake Allatoona. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I invite you to like it here on YouTube. And of course, leave a comment. Have you... Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, everybody. I swear it felt like I just swallowed a bug. I was going to say, leave a comment if you've ever been camping or if you like to try it. It's because I'm holding this light on my face, guys, okay? The bugs aren't that bad. Anyways, so of course, leave a comment. Subscribe to the Peach State Prime channel for more content like this, different events and attractions, places to eat, just, fun places to shop, things like that in and around the Atlanta, Georgia area and beyond. Of course, mostly in the South. And of course, if you happen to be into Transformers, I do have the Peach State Prime Transformers channel as well. Anyways, it's been a long day. About time to hit the hay. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and God bless.